Is there any fight out there you want to see the most with Canelo? Any guy you think's the biggest challenge, or any fight you want to see? Charlo, Benavidez?
Yes, 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 yes. It's one fight I want to see him fight.
What's that?
You want to hear it?
Absolutely.
Charlo. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Nothing else matters to me right now. I wanted that fight before the Golden Boy split. I want that fight now. I want that fight in the next year and a half or earlier. The reason I say year and a half is not because neither guy is ready, just the politics first. See, the politics got to get on the same page first, and then the fight happens, right? On both sides. So hopefully the politics don't take too long between both sides, and we can see one of those throwback Roberto Duran and Sugar the Street Leonard.
It's hard to pick a winner now.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
You got to favor Canelo, right, by a little bit because he's on top, or not necessarily?
When you're going up against a young whippersnapper in a respectful way that can fight his ass off in many ways and hungry, on paper, you got to give this fight as a close, razor edge thin to Canelo on paper. But there's always that suspicion of odds makers and reporters and experts looking at Jermal Charlo's learning process to where he became, his confidence. You've seen him grow, I've seen him grow. Has this pandemic for a 30-year-old fighter or late 20s, it seems young, but this year a lot of people have been sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
Who can jumpstart? Hold up. You're talking about the mental. You know, I'm a master when it comes to this. Who's going to survive this in any weight class, especially in that middleweight division? Is who can make those adjustments in spite of this pandemic and fight like it wasn't. Whoever takes 21 and establish themselves like they haven't took a fight off since 2019. And 20 came. And it went with no activities from 70% of the boxing community.
Mm-hmm.
21 is going to have people that's supposed to be there not there because of this year. There's mental and then there's physical. That's why this fight with Jermal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez is so even up to a point. The experience has to go to Canelo. The achievements up to now has to go to Canelo. That's there. You can't even dispute it is what it is. But I'm telling you, as a fighter, as an active fighter that's used to being active, this year, a lot of people are going to be blaming 20. When they get to 21 and 22, they're going to be blaming 2020 for some of their defeats. And after a while, we're not going to buy that. But it's something to be sympathized, something you can sympathize to or with, because we all digging ourselves out a hole. But a lot of guys that's there, a lot of guys that you assume it ain't gonna be able to start that engine, man. It ain't gonna be able to start that engine and perform the way they used to perform prior to being sat down for 9 to 10 months out of this year if they didn't do nothing but one fight in 2020. That's not good, man. And that's nobody's fault. But that's going to play in their hands in a lot of big fights that's going to come up, and a lot of who's supposed to win won't win.
Well, thank you so much, Bernard. I kept you long enough.
I like to see, you know, at Joshua. I like to see that fight I want to mention too. And I like to see Tyson Fury. I like to see them two get together. I like to see Spence and Crawford. You like to see that. I see you nodding your head. You got the Bible. You got the Bible drawn down. So I like to see these fights, man, because I'm talking like a fan now, but an ex-fighter, right? Legend or Hall of Famer. And I know the people, and these fighters signed under Golden Boy. So I'm not being biased. I'm saying these are fights that need to happen. I got a few more, but I don't want to hold you too long.